What's up, losers? Today I've got some more intriguing posts from r/fatlogic to read and react to. This is episode 47 in the fatlogic series. Which means that we're closing in on the big 5-0. Crazy, right? I can't believe I've made it this far. But anyway, today's posts are looking pretty tasty. So I won't waste any more time on introduction. Let's get right into it.
Critics on social media condemned the decision to use a padded suit. And one commentator told Metro at the time, for Zellweger to masquerade as a plus-size person is damaging, fatphobic, and potentially triggering to other plus-size people.
It seems like she has not considered the effects this will have on fat people, and is unaware, and/or naive, that she is adding to the stigma that fat people already face on a daily basis.
Okay, so I kind of have mixed feelings about this one, but not for the reasons given in the post. I guess in theory it might be offensive to fat people if someone used a fat suit as a gag, or to make fun of the way fat bodies look. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. I googled the actress, and found out that she's portraying a murderer in a TV series. And she's wearing the suit for the sake of realism, not to make a joke or attack fat people. Given that this is the intent behind wearing the suit, it seems like you would only take offense to it if you were looking for something to complain about. Like, it's not adding to the stigma faced by fat people. It's just making sure that a real-life fat person is represented somewhat accurately on the screen. If anything, it's making an unusual effort to represent fat bodies in media, which is something that fat activists claim to support. The use of prosthetics, makeup, and special effects in TV and film is hardly unprecedented, and in the case of something like weight gain, it only makes sense that you should utilize these technologies, rather than demanding that your stars undergo a potentially dangerous body transformation. Where my mixed feelings do come in, though, is on the question of why, if they wanted someone fat, it wouldn't have made more sense to cast a fat actor. There could be a solid explanation for this, like that they want to represent the character at multiple different weights. But if this is not the case, it would have been more practical, and arguably more fair, to give the opportunity to someone whose body more closely resembled the character that they were going for. If I were to guess, I would say that they chose the actor that they did because of name recognition, and because they couldn't find a fat actor who was willing to take on the role. That would have brought the same level of publicity. While I understand this mindset to some extent, money talks and all that, I'm hardly going to endorse it. Every star needs to have their breakout role somewhere, and this could have been that chance for a talented fat actor. So, from that standpoint at least, I do see where the complaints are coming from. So yeah, overall, I can't say that I fall completely on one side or the other here. The fat activist reaction is overblown, as per usual, but I wouldn't say that their criticism is entirely without merit. So make of that what you will. It's an interesting one, no doubt.
Anti-diet culture lessons my kids will learn from me. Body diversity is normal, and largely due to genetics. You can trust yourself around food. Health is much more than diet and exercise. Food has no morality. It's not good or bad. It is never okay to comment on someone's body. Your body is just the right size for you.
Oh boy, we're back on the kids again. Here I was thinking the fat activists had forgotten their quest to doom the next generation. At least this post is neatly organized into individual points, so it should be easy to respond to. So thanks for that. 1. Body diversity might be normal, but obesity is not, and while someone's genetics does play a role in determining their size, as far as height and frame go, The degree of control one can exert over their weight through diet choices and exercise is immense. Nobody is genetically doomed to be obese. It is well within your power to lose weight. And if you refuse to do so, that's not genetics, it's just a poor life choice. 2. Can you trust yourself around food? Well, some people can, I know I can, but people who are obese presumably cannot, unless they are deliberately taking a sledgehammer to their long-term health prospects. And it is for this reason that so many diets emphasize meal planning and discipline. Because when relying on only their own force of will in the moment, obese people routinely find their base impulses betraying their better instincts. So in short, no, you probably can't trust yourself around food. 3. Health is much more than diet and exercise. Okay, I can agree with that. Lots of other things are important too. Brushing your teeth, seeing a doctor when you get sick, going in for regular tests if you're at risk of particular conditions, taking care of your mental health, of course, and no doubt many more. But diet and exercise are certainly right up there. 4. Food has no morality. It's not good or bad. Again, I can agree with this one. There's no need to assign a moral value to food, and pretty much any food can be slotted into a balanced diet if we exercise moderation. But with that being said, calories and nutrients exist. Some foods are calorically dense and light on nutrients, and these foods will have to be eaten more sparingly than foods with different compositions. Though, evidently, this is not the prevailing view among fat activists, for whom moderation seems to be an unconscionably dirty word. 5. I wouldn't say it's never okay to comment on someone's body, if you are complimenting them on something that you know they are proud of. That seems okay to me. Neutral observations should also be fine. Unsolicited negative comments are, for obvious reasons, generally a no-no. With all that being said though, getting people to stop commenting on fat bodies isn't going to stop obesity from being unhealthy. So I think this point misses the forest for the trees a little bit. 6. Know your body is not just the right size for you. There is no right size for one's body to be. There are only healthy and unhealthy sizes. And if you're obese, you fall into the latter category. So you might want to do something about that.
What if your beloved has your love, but has been at risk for, say, fatty liver or diabetes, and doesn't engage with physical movement or a balanced diet? How would a person navigate this in a respectful and loving way? Genuinely confused, but hoping to be supportive.
Weight loss isn't a treatment tool to manage either of these conditions. If I'm uncomfortable allowing my beloved to make thoughtful decisions about their disabled body, I might be ableist.
Appreciate this. Thank you.
Okay, so, I don't understand why the people in this post are using the word beloved in the way they are. It sounds strange to my ears. I'm guessing this is a cultural thing that I'm not privy to. At any rate, what an absolutely terrible response. Right, like, this is fat acceptance at its absolute worst. Here you have someone whose loved one is facing the health consequences of obesity. And they're seeking advice on how to help the person. But instead of being given real advice, they are being told that actually, the problems have absolutely nothing to do with obesity, and cannot be helped through diet or exercise. Which, they absolutely, 100%, can. So that's some pretty sucky advice. And then on top of that, this person has the audacity to call the initial commenter ableist. Beach what? How is it ableist to notice that someone has a treatable condition and try to help them to improve the situation? I honestly can't stomach this whole give up and let it happen mindset. And I especially can't stomach the way that shameless people like this try to spread its poison wherever they go. There's absolutely no reason for it. And I hope that people have the courage to call it out, rather than backing down for fear of being labeled fatphobic, or ableist, or whatever the latest term is that fat activists want to stick on people who see through their BS. Because it has to stop somewhere. Wow, I got a little heated there. Didn't I? It's okay. I'm calm. We're calm. A few deep breaths and it'll be good. Okay, I'm calm now. But yeah, anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the posts and my responses to them. What do you think? Is it fatphobic for a thin actor to wear a fat suit? Is your body, however large it might be, just the right size for you? Is it ableist to treat obesity-induced health conditions with diet and exercise? Let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll make you parade around town in a fat suit and pelt you with tomatoes for the amusement of passers-by. Just kidding, haha. Anyway, catch you later.